What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we got the 150RB, 100% completely finished. Looks nice and mint, other than it's a little bit muddy because I already put on its first ride so far. Video should be coming out on that pretty soon. Other than that, this video is going to be just a recap, all the things that we did on this bike. I'll give you a quick overview. Back in December, right before Thanksgiving, actually, I still had the CRF110 and I didn't have enough money to buy this bike. The dude was asking $1,100 for it, or $13, talked him down to $11. And so I was gonna sell the 110 and pick it up the same day, but the guy never came up by the 110, so I couldn't buy this bike. And I thought that all my chances were gone to buy this bike, but the owner listed the price up to $2,300 after that. So then we decided just to wait it out. And so I asked him sometime in November. Then I sold the 110 and I waited a long time, and I was looking for a project and I couldn't find one. I was scrolling back through some of the Facebook messages just to see what kind of bikes there were, and I saw this bike, and he removed it from Facebook, but I had his phone number, so I decided to text him one day during class because I was just bored. And asked him, hey, do you still have the bike? He said, yeah. So I said, you'd still take $1,100 for it? He said, sure. And basically, I was planning to buy it. Then he calls me later that night. We were supposed to meet the next day after school. And he tells me that he thinks the valves are going completely crazy and he can't get the bike started, so he didn't want to sell it. So then I just waited it out. Next morning he texts me, says he'll sell it for $800. Thought about it and then offered him $500. He couldn't do $500. He wanted to meet in the middle, so I told him $600. He said $600, take it or leave it. And that's how the bike showed up here. And so, yeah, that's basically a little recap on how I got this bike. Now stay tuned for the rest of the videos on how I built this bike. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and peace. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. As you can see, today we went out, drove all the way up towards Asheville, got us a CRF150RB. It's not a bad bike. I'm about to unload it, put it in the garage, and I'll show you up a little bit closer what we're dealing with. Alrighty, guys, so we got the bike stripped down to the complete, I don't know, gas tank's barely hanging on there, but I've been trying to adjust the carburetor a little bit. It has hanging throttle or hanging idle. Basically, it'll start up, it'll idle just fine. You give her throttle, and then the throttle the idle goes super duper high, and it's like, it's unbearable, and it's, I don't know, it's probably not good for the engine. Everything else on the bike is fine though. Alrighty, guys, so the plan is gonna be to get this little thingamajigger, like a pulley system that we're supposed to pick stuff up with, and we're gonna put this up against a tree. We're gonna hold on to the tree while we get the exhaust pipe, and we hold it right here, so that way we can put this in between a tree or do something in that sort, and then just hop on this thing. Or maybe we'll just tighten it up. I don't even know what we're doing. If you're a big fan of exhaust pipes for motorcycles, you might want to click off this video because there's going to be some bad stuff involving this exhaust pipe. we got the 150RB outside. We already got the fresh tire on there. And we got the new grips. That's about all the stuff that I put new on it. So right now I have about like 60 bucks into the bike, 50 for the tire, and $10 for the grips. It already runs and everything. I could honestly ride it like this, but it takes a couple kicks to get it started. So I think I'm gonna go up one size in the Pilot Jet right here. Right now I have a 38. I think I'm gonna go up to a 45. That's what everybody on the forum pages are saying. They say it works a lot better. So I may try that, which should make it a little bit easier to start up. And right now, we'll probably wash up the bike. And I'm gonna take off the graphics for it too, because I don't really like these Honda Rockstar ones. I'd rather keep it all red and then just switch it up to more OEM looking ones later on when I get new plastics for it. So yeah guys, stay tuned, and yeah, just keep watching. What's up guys, welcome back to another video on the CRF150RB build. What we're gonna do right now is I just bought a Pro air filter. So far all I've done is clean the carburetor and yeah, that's about it. It'll just die out. So what we're gonna do right now is just take off the seat and then pop the new air filter in there, and I think we should be good. Alright guys, so we got the new air filter in there. There's the old one, piece of junk. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the seat back on, and yeah, at that point the bike should be complete. We're still gonna rebuild the front forks and a couple other little things like change the plastics, put on new graphics, and potentially put a new front wheel on, or front tire, because that one's a little clapped. But other than that, this bike is completely finished. We're gonna have to unbend these foot pegs by heating them up and hitting them out. Other than that, $600 CRF150RB is basically complete. Let's get some riding clips in, eh? Alright, bike is put back together. Let's get it out, start it up, and go for a spin. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be finishing up the CRF150RB. All we need to do is replace the oil seal for the counter shaft, output shaft, whatever you want to call it. Hot Rods has a seal that I bought, so it should work. And yeah, basically, let's throw it on there, see if that works. Hopefully it does. Then the bike will be 100% complete. And we take it out for like the first actual ride without any oil leaks, without anything wrong with the bike. Forks are done. We got a new back tire. And yeah, basically the bike is done. The rebuild process is done. After this, we're still gonna build the bike, so that should be fun. But yeah, let's just get into putting the plastics back on and then fixing this oil shift shaft seal. Gonna put the oil seal back in. You're gonna want to make sure get a Q-tip or something, clean it out real nice inside there, so there's no dirt or grime that'll get stuck behind the oil seal, the new one. And then we're gonna want to, once you get that all cleaned up, you're gonna want to get a socket that's just a little bit smaller than the outer diameter, but it'll hit the oil seal in there nice and straight, and then just hit it in with like a rubber mallet, or just push it in. As you can see, oil leaks out of there, so hopefully the oil seal will help it out. And yeah, let's get to it. All right, so we got the chain, we got the sprockets, we got the, I don't know, I think it's a case saver back on. So everything's back on. The bike is basically now complete. So that's good. Let's take it outside, give her a couple kicks. Let's see if she can start up. We did the AP mod on the last video, which is right here. You guys can go ahead and watch that one. It's pretty cool. But the bike looks mint. Not really. For the build process, we're still gonna get new plastics, hand guards. We're gonna go pretty nice, make it a nice bike. It'll be more for trails, not really racing, but who cares? We can still race it. But yeah, let's go take it out and see if we can get it start up. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video on the CRF150RB. Alrighty, so as you can see, we got some crusty old plastics here. kind of scratched up. That's kind of, they're all just scratched up. This side was what was bothering me the worst. There's a nice cut in the back fender. It's broken. So, guess what came in the mail? What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are installing graphics on the CRF150RB. Let's go.